Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how you can use the color warper to create certain looks within your image. As you can imagine, making these kinds of videos takes a lot of time. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can donate 1, 5, 10 or any amount of money to keep these kinds of videos free in the foreseeable future. Thank you very much and enjoy the tutorial. Now in the last part I used the curves and all of the options we have here to create a certain look within my image. But to be very precise, I actually prefer to use the color warper. So we're going to make a new node, we're going to call it CW. Now we can select the color warper here and we can go into it on full screen. Now what you see here is that you have your vector scope on the background. Now you can use a 12 by 12 grid to increase how many dots are on your grid, or you can increase it or decrease the amount of dots you will get. I will link them so they're always the same. Now here, for example, we want to adjust the green. And if you select your qualifier here, by clicking qualifiers and hover over your green, you will see that where it is. You can click it, for example, and then it will adjust that point. In my opinion, that's not the best way to do it, and I like to move the points from where I want them. Now let's say we want to adjust our blues a little bit, because our blues in the shadows, etc., are not that prevalent. I want them to all to be in a certain type of look. Now let's say we want to adjust this to be a little bit warmer to get that insane split tone look. I'm gonna split this over towards there. As you can see, you can change the hue of things. You can also drag them around, but I like to be more precise. Now the hue changes based on where the dot is in a circle around the middle. The saturation changes based on where the dot is close or far to the middle. Let's grab one that will actually show you. Close or far from the middle. Here the same, close or far to the middle, which you can create very specific looks, as you can see. And the luminance you can change manually by moving this dot up and down, as you can see. Now there are many ways to select things. You can click on this to select the whole web. And for example, you can click one, select the whole circle, outer circle, and for example adjust how much it saturates, etc., or how much the luminance of all the outer ones is. Now we want to create a very strong look, for example, so we're going to grab this, we're going to make it more orange, we're going to grab this green, make it more orange too, and we're going to grab this one, we're going to desaturate it nicely, we're going to desaturate this one nicely, and we're going to create a certain look. I really like to keep a smooth curve going over, so we preserve a lot of details. Now to add a little bit more blue, we can up the blue in here and see if it changes the image. Now there is a lot of blue, but it's just not really showing up. So we're gonna find out what is gonna change the image. In here mainly we're gonna find our skin tones. So there we can adjust our skin tones, make them a little bit more saturated. That's how you can quickly use the color warper to adjust your looks. And it's much more intuitive than using the curves, for example. And I like it a little bit more because of that. So we took our image from this, a very nice looking image, to a very stylized image. You see, it's a subtle change that makes it more monotone, but it can change the mood of the image. It went from a very spring vibed image to a more autumn vibed image. And you can very precisely and quickly dial in looks this way.